Hello everyone and welcome back to my YouTube channel. In last lecture we seen what is saddle point, what is pure strategy, what is the game value, how game will play between two players. Clear? Now if there are n number of strategies for player A and m number of strategies for player B, in that case we need to evaluate game value by different method. Clear? If 2 by 2 matrix is there, that can be easily solved by saddle point. If saddle point is not there, then there are different two methods are there, algebraic and arithmetic. But today we will see if there are n number of and m number of strategies available with player A and player B respectively. At that time, what will be the principle we need to use to evaluate for the game value? Clear? So this is a principle of dominance, or we can say reduce game by dominance. Clear? So here, if there is no pure strategy is there, or we can say if there is no saddle point. Clear? So if there is no saddle point is there, in that case we will use such at that point we use the method of dominance, or we can say principle of dominance. Now here I will take one example. Through this example I will try to explain you. So let's say there is a player P and it's having three different strategies, that W, B, R. Opponent or competitor is player Q. Again he is having W, B, R. Clear? And the matrix is given. So here I will construct 3 by 3 matrix. 3 by 3 matrix. Values are 2, G, 3, minus 2, 5, minus 3, 7, 6, 8. Clear? So this is a problem statement. Now we need to reduce this matrix, or we need to evaluate the game value. Suppose we need to evaluate the game value, or we can say value for this particular game. Let's check first. We need to check always a saddle point. So first I will consider the R minimum and C max. Why R minimum and why C max? So for that purpose you need to watch my previous video which is related with the saddle point. Clear? Now here if you observe, we will consider the minimum value from the row, that is minus 2. Here there is 2 and minus 3. So if you observe this column, then at the time we use C max. So here I will consider 3, 5 and 8. Clear? After that we will see maxi min value. Maxi min value. Clear? So from these 3, what is the maximum value? Maximum value is 2. So here 2. Now here we need to evaluate the minimax value. Clear? So minimum value from this maximum value. So that is 3. It is equal to 3. Now if you compare these two value, then I can say that maxi min value, it is not equal to the mini max value. Getting? So I can directly say that no saddle point. Here there is a no saddle point. Then how to solve? How to solve that numerical? Clear? So for that purpose we need to use the principle of dominance. Clear? Now for that purpose I will explain the principle of dominance. Now in principle of dominance we will delete row or column. Clear? So what is the criteria? Now suppose if you play for player P, or we can say for player P, so the row, these are the different 3 strategies are there. Clear? So here whatever the plus value is there, it is gain for player P and loss for player Q. So what will be the strategy for player P? What he will want? He want maximum profit. So maximum profit means whatever minimum values are there, he will not going to play that particular strategy. Clear? Likewise, if you consider the player Q, what he will think? He will think minimum loss. Clear? So if you consider this Q, it is again having three different strategies, that is strategy W, B and R. Clear? So here maximum values, which means loss for Q, minimum value means or negative value means it is a positive or profit for the player Q. Clear? So here what we will do, we will reduce either row or column. Now here we need to check each and every point with respect to other column or row. Clear? So by just observing this particular numerical, I can say that, or I can evaluate that if you compare the column column R and B. Clear? So at this stage, if you compare for Q, I am playing for Q. If you compare column B and R, here if you observe, 7 is greater than -2, 6 is greater than 5 and 8 is greater than -3. So definitely Q will never play this strategy. Why? Because Q will have -7 loss, -6 loss, 8 loss. Clear? So that's why he will not going to play this particular strategy. So that is why I am reducing the matrix, or we can say we are deleting the matrix, sorry, column. So after deleting that column, I will get the another matrix, that is P, having again three strategies, that is W, B and R, and this particular Q will have only two strategies. So just I will reproduce the entire matrix. मैं क्या कर रहा हूँ, जो भी यहाँ पे है, so just I am writing these all values. Clear? So here values are 0, -2, 2, 5, 3 and -3. Now once this happen, again we need to check the whether saddle point is there or not. So definitely here there is no saddle point. Clear? So I will again check the principle of dominance. Now here I will consider the player P. So what he want? He want to maximum profit. So what he will do? Whatever the minimum values are there, he will neglect, or he will not play that strategy. So if you compare three strategies for player P, then you will get to know that W, from we can write from row W and B, then B dominate row W, row B dominate row W. So what I will do, I will delete that W row. Clear? So I will delete this strategy. So here I will get the matrix P having two strategy, W and R, and if you consider the player Q, it is again having two strategy, W and B. So I will get 2 by 2 matrix. Clear? Now this particular matrix can be easily solved either by saddle point. We can say if there is no saddle point, then it can easily be solved by arithmetic principle or algebraic principle. Clear? So we will see that in next lecture. Clear? Now this is one of the method of principle of dominance. Now if in the strategy there is no saddle point, clear, still sometimes there may happen that we cannot delete easily, so easily any row or column. Let's take another example. Clear? So let's say this is the player A having different three strategy. Clear? Now let's say there is another player, he is also having different three strategies. Clear? So I will write all value here. Clear? So this is 3 by 3 matrix. Now just compare for player A and player B. Clear? Now here if you observe, let's check for player A. Now here what we do, we delete which is minimum row. Clear? So if you compare here, 6 is greater than 0 but 1 is less than 9, so we cannot compare these two. Now here you can compare 2 and 3. 0 is less than 2 but 9 is greater than 3, so again we cannot compare these two. If you compare 1 and 3, here 6 is greater than 2 but 1 is less than 3, so we cannot delete any row. We can check column also. Here if you observe, 6 is greater than 1 but 0 is less than 9, so we cannot compare these two column. Again if you compare here, if you observe, we cannot compare any column or row. First important thing, have we checked saddle point? No. So first, what is your role? Check the saddle point. I have already checked, so I can say no saddle point is there. Clear? That's why you cannot, sorry, we can say that there is no saddle point. Now, or we can check also. So here I will check. R minimum is 1, 0, 2, C max is 6, 9, 7. If you take maximin, it will be equal to 2, and if you compare here minimax, then it will be 6. Now here maximin, it is not equal to minimax, that's why there is no saddle point. Now here, can we apply principle of dominance? Yes, but we have already applied and we have checked that we cannot delete any row or column. So here we can use another principle of dominance, in which it is observed that if you take average of two values, either row or column, if you take average of two row, or if you consider average of two column, and if you compare with third one, in that case, if third column is greater, then delete that. If third column is minimum, then delete that row. Clear? So here what I will do, I will compare these two row, sorry, I will not going to compare, I will take average of these two row and I will compare this value with this row 3. Clear? So just take the average. So 6 plus 0 divided by 2 comma 1 plus 9 divided by 2 comma 3 plus 7 divided by 2. So here I will get 3, 4 and 5. And if you compare with the third, so value are 2, 3 and 4. So 3 is greater than 2, 4 is greater than 3, 5 is greater than 4, so we can delete this value. So I can say that we can delete the row 3. So here I will write average of row 1 and 2 dominates row 3, hence we will delete the row 3. Clear? If you delete the row 3, then we will get another matrix, that is now here player A is having only 2 strategy and player B is having 3 strategies. Clear? That is 6, 0, 1, 9, 3, 7. Clear? So such problem we can solve by subgain method also, or we can solve by graphical method also. So that is 2 by n or m by 2 method 2. So such problem we can solve by subgain method, or we can solve by the graphical method. Clear? I hope you understood the principle of dominance. Clear? If you like this video, then please subscribe my channel. Thank you.